and welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. Check out these less than marvellous bits coming up.
Take off a load and listen to Goat. Oh, no.
Hang on a second. I thought you said take off a load. He didn't video my wedding because it hasn't happened yet, but aside from that, otherwise he would.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, you're killing it, man. Don't get nervous.
Oh, I'm nervous. I didn't have enough beers.
Have another beer.
Oh, jeez.
The nurses and I all looked at each other as if to say, well, take a guess, fuckwit. I've literally set that up for you. That's so good. Scouts, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Skin.
I'm Gody.
And that's Mikus over there. Actually, Mikus,
And
you're
I'm here too.
You've got your mic.
Didn't know whether to intro myself.
Not on mute.
You're very vocal today.
Far more vocal than usual.
Yeah, calm
You've
down,
probably
Mikus.
arrived by accident, but definitely stay for laugh. We Got the Chocolates. That's a win. And if you're noticing any differences in the acoustics, it is because we're not in our usual.
We're playing away
We're playing it away. Well, home game for you, Gody.
because it is my home. Yes.
Literally. Yeah.
So it
yes,
couldn't
it is
be
a
more
home
of a
game.
home game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still an away game for Mikus.
Yep. Few debacles setting up. Dom, chaos as per usual.
Actually, we should probably
Great,
get
man.
Dom on. We've spoken
Yeah,
a lot
I'll say
about your son.
You'll
Dom.
probably see him throwing stuff off the balcony when it comes in the backyard a bit later. Anyway.
Well, you actually do have a story to start us. don't
Yeah,
you?
so I made one of my frequent trips to Woolies the other day. You know, I love going to the shops. I've mentioned this before. And I always
What do you prefer out of shops and cafes?
shops easily. I'll happily go to Woolies or Coles twice a day easily.
For what reason?
Just because.
Just go once a week.
Nah. Every day.
Twice a day.
Why?
It's good fun.
It's like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's Woolworths for Gody.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I went through the self-serve. I only had a few items this particular time.
Yeah, because you go twice a day.
Because we go twice a day. I only had a few items, so, you know, only a couple of things. Iced coffee was one of them, obviously. I'm not an idiot. But at this particular Woolies I went to, there's 8 particular self-serve like registers, and only one of them takes cash. All right, so the rest of them are card-only machines. So I'm going to call into question behaviour of a gentleman in front of me. I pay in cash for pretty much everything that I pay for.
Because you're avoiding tax.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not an idiot. It was really
Special shout out to all the accountants out there listening.
Yeah, don't listen. But in this particular, I wanted to pay cash, but a bloke in front of me was at the cash machine. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll just wait. Not a big drama at all.
Yeah.
And he put through his, all his stuff. It cost him $100.35. I saw it because I was actually watching him. So, but the thing that annoyed me, he paid card on the only cash machine, and all 7 other cash registers took card, and he was the only other person there. As you can imagine, my patience will very, very thin with that gentleman.
No, that does hurt.
What, you didn't say anything though, obviously.
No, I got very, very close behind him though when he was finishing up though.
Oh, that will
Yeah.
teach you.
Yeah. He could smell me from a mile away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Inconsiderate.
I think regular listeners of the podcast would know that I think self-serve just sucks because it never works for me. So I'm not a big fan of
I
it
think
anyway.
that's more you though.
That's probably true. But Mikus, I think it annoys you as well. You've vented about it before.
What completely rattles me is when people enter the shops through the self checkouts.
I do that.
Well, that rattles me. You rattle me.
Why?
I don't know.
'Cause there's an
There's an
entrance to go
entrance
to.
and there's an exit, and
if
you're
it's-
going the wrong way.
What if it's like 8:30 at night and you're like running down to just get like chocky or something like that? There's
Just
no
go to
one
the
there.
entrance. Go to the entrance. I'm probably the only one here, but judging by the looks of you three, I'm the only one.
Well, you don't get you don't get a car through the boot. There's specific entry points.
You would though. Like watching you just
Find
do
a way.
things in like life. Say, oh, this is a big way. Oh, I drive from the back seat
Well, he's small enough to fit in there, I guess. So.
twice.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, yeah, maybe I'd make an exception at 8:30 at night, but like you see people do it during peak hour, and it's like
If
just
there's a
ruins the whole
line-
flow. You know, there are people working on designing the outlay of Woolworths, and then you can't account for.
No,
that.
I agree. If
That's
there's a
what-
line into the self checkouts, just go to the entrance.
How many should be cash? You're saying more should be cash, do you reckon?
Oh,
By the way?
like more. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Like, but if you're paying with card, don't go to the
go to
fucking
card.
cash one.
It's pretty.
There's
Well,
7
I-
other ones that say card only.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you take nothing else out of this podcast,
Yeah,
that's
don't be a fucfuckt.
or
that's our main
if
message
they're all
always.
if they're all going to be card only, shouldn't that one just be cash only? So like, you
Oh,
can't
whatever.
have
Yeah,
that
like,
issue.
I don't know. It is what it is. Like, make it whatever you like, but just think ahead. Well, not even ahead. You don't have to think about it. Just like that says card only. I'm paying with card. I'll just go to that one there.
Yeah. Nah, with you.
All right. Well, let's go from that, which is quite a serious topic, obviously, to a joke. A joke of the day. And this one was sent in by Amanda. Thank you very much to everyone that has been sending them in. Amanda's joke went, you got anything for Amanda?
No.
What is the first thing you think about straight away? So you say the
I'll
name
joke
Amanda.
about,
Yeah. Skin.
Yeah, I've got two in mind, but I don't know which one you're thinking of.
Isn't it a Simpsons
There's a
reference?
Simpsons one, and there's another one as well.
What's the Simpsons one? Amanda Hug and
Amanda
Kiss.
Hug and
Yeah,
Kiss.
brilliant.
And there's a joke about
That's
something
Bart
else.
on the phone to Mo, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're looking at me baffled like.
Yeah,
I
what about
should've
the other
known
one?
that.
What's the other one?
What's better than
Eating
eating
a
mandarin?
God.
No, we're not saying the punchline.
I knew it.
Never.
And we'll leave it there.
No, we never tell the punchline.
We don't tell the punchline for that.
All
one.
right, here is Amanda Rin's joke.
Hi guys, Amanda from Ontario, Canada here. Joke of the day. Did you know that boomerangs are Australia's greatest export? It's also Australia's greatest import.
That's good. Not bad. That's
a good
pretty
joke,
good.
I'm happy with that
Oh, yeah.
because they come back.
Amanda sounds way too nice to have that
Yeah.
joke
I
made
think
out
she's
of
got
her
the
name.
wrong podcast.
Yeah.
No, she's good. Thank you, Amanda. Thank
Beautiful.
you very much.
Yeah, that's a
I used to
lovely
have a boomerang joke, actually. Forgot it, but I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Yeah, good.
Go on, Mike. Miggers, work
Still
with it.
laughing at the joke before.
Amanda's one.
Did anyone have a written one?
No,
Yeah,
you put one in there from Mitchell Gibson.
Yeah, no, Michael had it. Take it away, Mickers.
I don't have it on me. I'll read it.
Yeah, go.
Alright.
You found it and loved it, so
Come on,
did.
Miggers.
Yeah, what do you
Alright.
got?
A guy goes up to a woman and says, "I'll pay you $2,000 to touch your nipples." She agrees and pulls down her top.
Okay.
After a long pause, the woman says, "Are you going to touch my nipples?" The man says, "I don't have $2,000."
Wait,
Think about it. Think about it.
he's just got her to flash him.
Yeah. That was a long pause. I thought it was great.
I think great is an oversell.
I've heard better.
Yeah, that's just theft.
No, it's not theft.
It kind of is.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's a poor trade deal for one of those people. That's for sure. And, Skin, what have you got? You had an email that came in as well, actually.
Yeah. No, we did get sent an email. So a few weeks ago now, you often like to dabble with some sort of intro to the podcast. A few weeks ago, it was something like,
Yeah,
it's
like listen to us fools before you get on the tools.
Yeah,
That
things
was good,
like
but
that.
there was
Like
a really bad one the
Yeah,
other day.
exactly. So we often have those little rhyming slang things, and one week it was something like, "It's the laughs for you on your way to
Well,
the
you do
graphs," or
graphs
something.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
that's
assuming
That wasn't the best one.
Nah, not the best.
No.
Assuming that all of our listeners go to work and work on graphs.
Graphs.
What percentage of our listeners would have some sort of graphing?
22.
Yeah,
Percent.
yeah, maybe.
I don't think I've ever looked at a graph.
Anyways, so we all agreed that one was dust, and we've had an email sent in with just a plethora of other options.
Who sent it?
Good.
Comes from Thomas Smith.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
James
that's Smythe.
Smythe.
Smyth.
It's definitely a Y. Yeah, I just. Yeah,
Well, it
all
could be
Could be,
Apologies.
it could be a soft Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Thomas can let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, hi, gents. Tom from the UK. Love your podcast. Gives me a right laugh. Few for Lethal's opening seg to Rattleskin's cage every now and then. Not sure, yada, yada, yada. And first one. If you're on a run, we'll give you a pun.
Yeah, that's good.
Not bad.
Because
If you,
people do listen while running.
yeah, absolutely. If you've been a busy bee, listen to Lee.
That's my favourite. That's my personal favourite.
Take off a load and listen to Goad. Oh,
Hang on a second.
They said take off a load.
if you've got a min, listen to Skin.
Oh, that's
That is good.
fine.
really
Yeah,
good
happy
because
with
that's
that.
about your AirPods, potentially.
If you're at a loose end, we'll be your friend.
That is
That's
excellent.
nice.
We should do that.
We
from
should
now on.
more like we should actually just get Tom to like take your job.
Tom, if you'd like to be the new co-host,
Tom from the UK.
send us a follow-up email.
We don't have any money to bring you over.
Let's try and relocate him over here. Oh, no, wait.
The
it's for my
relocation
job.
fee is $0. If you, what do we got? While you're on the tools, listen to us be fools.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
If you're out of sorts, we talk sports, latest news and pop.
Good. Very good.
I like how you delivered that ellipsis. Is that it?
That's all of the opening
You
lines. I've
didn't
just
make
realised
that-
he's also left us a joke. I'm deciding if it's appropriate or not.
on the run.
Yeah,
Well, it can't be worse than that Mandarin.
that's
one,
true.
Tom.
Yeah, my 4-year-old has been learning Spanish for a year and still can't say the word please. I think it's pour for four.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a very good joke.
That's an excellent joke. Very good. Did you get it, Mikas?
I'm also.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah,
and you're
come on,
mute.
man.
He's
get it,
muted me.
Mikas?
Just
I didn't bother.
Leave
Just a
him
fist
off,
away,
I
man.
reckon.
No, well, he was stamping around on the balcony.
He can just come in at any time, I reckon.
We're at Gertie's house and he was making so much noise on the wooden deck here. I said deck. Anyway, we are moving on
We're
to
not Kiwis.
wedding speech cliches. And the reason that we're moving on to this, Migas, I don't know if you saw, but during the week, Jerome Luai, who's a
Penrith Panther,
Penrith
yeah,
Panthers.
New South Wales 5'8" and Samoa 5'8".
Yeah, and somewhat on the nose at times this year.
Yeah.
I would say,
Yeah.
with the general public.
On the nose. What does that mean?
Stinks.
Stinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
his character is on the nose.
Yeah, he's on the nose.
All right.
Anyway, a viral TikTok content of his speech for Brian To'o's wedding as the best man went viral. I've got a little snippet. This is the best part of the speech.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
Paul, this man has the stinkiest ass I've ever been around. Stinkiest.
It's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, good. But I think you can tell by the crowd's reaction. There was no rapturous laughter or anything like that. Was that?
In fact, it goes for 7.5 minutes, and I couldn't hear any rapturous laughter at all. Mikas, could you?
No, and I think if you looked at Brian To'o's face during that,
No good.
no good.
Oh, that
No good.
He made another joke that was about I assume it was about masturbating. I didn't understand the word, but then Brian To'o's lips say the pastors, pointing at the.
But that's not in the facility or the spaghetti or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Like
No.
the priest.
Yeah, the priest. Yeah. So I don't think he was overly thrilled
No.
with it. And then so I thought, just for those that don't know, Mikas' day job, or by trade, is a wedding videographer.
Yeah, correct. So I've
And a
filmed
very good one as well.
Very good one.
Give your business a shout out while you're on here.
He didn't video my wedding because it hasn't happened yet. But aside from that, otherwise he would.
Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah, so I've shot about
Couldn't
600.
sound less interested.
Maybe one day. Never happening.
Absolutely.
You getting married or me doing it.
So yeah, I've shot about 600 weddings. So I was thinking that's about 3,000 wedding speeches that I've sat through.
Okay.
And
Is
this
that
is
accurate? 600, you reckon?
give or take
Oh,
100.
Plus or
He's done
minus.
250.
No. So I mean, yeah. Well, anyway. So 3,000 speeches, and I would rather listen to all of them again than listen to Jerome Luai's once more. And it got me thinking of, I guess, wedding speech cliches that every best man, maid of honor, etc. will say, and everyone in the room thinks they've made the joke up, and they lose it. They think it's the funniest thing ever. So I might rapid fire through these.
Get me through. So I'm interested because I've emceed 8 weddings, been to 9. So I'm interested to see how many
All
of
right,
these
mate.
I've said.
So, I mean, the classic is it's such an emotional wedding, even the cake's in tears.
Use that
So
one.
that's I get that's the go-to. But here's a few others you might not have heard, or I guarantee if you've been to more than one wedding, you would have heard. There comes a time in every man's life where he meets his soulmate, his one true love. That moment happened for the groom 20 years ago when he met me. Sorry, that's the best man saying that speech.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry. So this is to the bride and groom. Look into each other's eyes. You're now staring at the person statistically most likely to murder you.
Heavens.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a few
People say
TikToks
that
of that,
lots,
actually.
do they?
Oh, mate, every wedding.
I've seen TikToks of people saying that at weddings. So I
Terrible. Well,
assume
you
it's
would have heard these other ones then.
All right.
So this is to the bride and groom, obviously. So to the groom, put your hand. Oh, sorry, no, to the bride, put your hand.
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah. So the,
Okay, keep going.
the bride,
keep
put
going.
your hand on the table. Now to the groom, put your hand on top of hers. This is the last time you'll ever have the upper hand.
I've heard that.
That is by far the
15
worst.
times.
I haven't heard
And,
that one, but
mate,
it's dust.
It sucks,
That
and
does
everyone in
suck.
the room.
That really does suck.
Everyone in the
shit.
room just loses it. Thinks
Do
it's the
they?
funniest thing they've ever heard.
Yeah.
I wonder how genuine. Yeah, okay.
This would be great when you rattle all of these out at Mitch's wedding. Every single one of
I'm
them.
actually worried. I'm going to have to rewrite my whole speech.
Should I keep going?
Yeah,
go.
You're killing it, mate.
I'm going to make this. So this is from the groom.
Into the
A
mic.
fist
Yep.
away,
No.
Michael. Come on.
Sorry. Got.
You weren't on
doing it
mute
again.
that
So to the
time.
groom. From the groom. I'm going to make this speech as long as it takes Sorry, this is from the best man. I've really stuffed that up.
Yeah, you're killing it, man. Don't get nervous. Just be
I'm
yourself.
nervous. I didn't have enough beers.
Have another beer.
Oh, jeez.
Too many sparkling waters.
I'm going to make this speech as long as it takes the groom to make love. And then they go and sit down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brilliant.
That one is funny the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
The speech.
And then this is the last one. And I kind of do like this one. I think this is funny. This is from the groom, or really anyone. I've prepared a few lines. So if anyone wants to meet me in the bathroom.
Oh, Jesus.
See, that's actually kind of funny. I don't mind that.
Do you?
I mean, I wouldn't say it, but you don't hear it as much.
I guess it depends on the vibe of the party, I suppose.
No, I've got way better ones for you, I reckon.
Go on.
Give us
That's
your
really
best
weird
one.
because weren't we talking the other day about how Michael's filmed a bunch of the weddings that you've MC'd at and he just conveniently doesn't have any of the footage left because it was...
It's just accidentally.
He's got no storage. You know,
Yeah.
storage is bloody expensive.
It
these
is
days.
expensive.
Okay, is that the problem? Is it? I thought it was just us enough to delete, but sure.
No, my favourite one is like when you're inviting someone up to do a speech and then you're like, now, obviously it's no secret that Josh is a drug dealer. Oh, actually, that was a secret.
Yeah, that is good.
That type of gear. And then what else have I got for you? Like when you're wrapping it up at the end as like an MC, anyone MCing always use this. Now I've known Mitch and Eloise for, I can't give this away. Jeez.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I've known Mitch and Eloise for a long time. I've seen them make some great decisions together and have a lovely life together. I'm just so glad that I was there on the day when they made the best decision of their lives.
Oh,
Choosing me as
God.
MC. Bang.
It's terrible. Terrible. I should have had that on there. You hear it all the time. It's not good.
All right, well done, Mickers.
Yep, good. All
You're
right,
on
sweet.
fire today.
Now, Goaty, during the week, something happened in form of David Warner coming out, and it sort of gave us like half of a giggle, like kind of made us laugh, some aspects of it, and then some of it you're like, yeah, this is kind of weird. I'll let you explain.
Yeah, so like during the week, David Warner refused to, I guess, accept the offer from Cricket Australia to have his leadership ban overturned. He sort of said that he didn't want any extra stress on his family and all that type of stuff, which all makes total sense. But you got to think as well with Warner, like he can't be that far from probably retiring from
What's he, 35?
35, 36. He's already sort of said he doesn't want to play a whole heap more Test cricket. So I mean, it's probably not I guess a shocking decision, I guess. But I guess what's more shocking is that his manager has come out and said a few interesting, one interesting remark in regards to the ball tampering episode which happened, which sort of, I guess, kickstarted all of this leadership ban, all that type of stuff as well. So his manager, James Erskine, has come out and basically said 2 senior executives were in the room, in the changing room, and Warner said, we've got to reverse swing the ball. The only way we can get reverse swing the ball is by tampering with it. And they were told to do it by these Cricket Australia executives. Apparently, this is according to Warner's manager. And that was in 2016, which is a year or two before the ball tampering thing.
It's quite a staggering quote.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Strange to only come out now, although I suppose with Warner, like with what's happening with his captaincy ban and stuff, I guess, is that the reasoning for it?
Well, I'm assuming so. And we had sort of a little discussion off air. It's like, has Warner given the manager all clear to go, all right, go for it. That you throw the darts and we'll just sort of see what happens sort of thing? Or is Warner going, oh, hold on, hold your horses?
Because otherwise he can't be in the good books, the manager, if he's just shot from the
No,
hip.
he might get the Coke and SARS if that was it.
Man, I'm struggling to score runs. I probably don't need that.
Yeah. Why is
Just have a
everyone
little
looking at me
spell.
weird?
Yeah, really appreciate your managerial duties, but do less.
But what it has that, it's probably brought the whole ball tampering, I guess, saga from 2018 against South Africa back into light, which I'm just assuming probably not a good thing.
not best.
Well, and especially now we actually are playing South Africa next week. So, I mean, it's all very, I guess, falls into line quite well. So, what do we think about, what do you guys think about the, only Smith, Bancroft and Warner knew about it?
I swear we've been over this before. I'm sure we would have been over. But no, I think that's genuinely what makes me grin about this whole thing. Is like that the manager will come out and say that, and I don't know how true that is. Like the senior executives thing sounds a little bit far fetched, but I've always found it laughable that there would just be 3 people in the team. Like
that knew what was happening with the ball.
Like the bowlers get back to their run up and look at the ball like,
that looks
geez, that looks weird.
Anyway, we'll keep going.
That is so strange.
I'm going to mention it. No, God, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, and that's always the opinion that we've had. But like, it seems to be the company line. But like, Erskine's sort of come out and throwing barbs that essentially, like, the team sort of said, well, why don't we just all tell the truth, and like that way they can't sack us all. But like, I mean, that's a really, really big bomb to throw, essentially, in regards to.
I'm looking forward to a David Warner autobiography.
Well, I was listening to Crash Craddock on the radio the other day, and he said apparently Warner's been offered a good chunk of money to do a tell-all, but he doesn't want to burn too many bridges.
I mean,
Sure.
I guess just hold on for another like year or something, and
that's
then surely
what-
tell everything.
Yeah,
Tell us
surely
all.
after he retires, you can burn all the bridges you want.
Burn
It's
bulk
not-
bridges.
Get rid of them. They're overrated. Bridges.
Who needs
Dust.
bridges? Just swim across.
You can see me swim. Fucking hell. And I also found it really, really interesting because he said that it happened after like the Hobart test in like
Yeah, that's what I didn't get.
2016.
But then the incident was in South Africa the next year.
so
or something,
there'd
wasn't
obviously
it?
been talk about it or preparation for it, not just the South Africa tour, but maybe other tours, maybe going to India or subcontinent somewhere as well. So it's obviously been, if this is true, it's obviously been thought about.
Yeah, like they've been cheating for a while.
Yeah.
Or at least thinking of how to.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure on them to win away from home.
Yeah.
Because they always win at home and then suck overseas. So there's always been that heaps of pressure. So I wonder if
Is
that's
that
where it
that
came
much
from.
pressure? It's like
Yeah,
if
everyone
you're-
loses away from home.
Yeah, exactly. So if you lose away from home, it's like, oh, everyone loses away from home. That makes total sense.
Except for Goaty today, home game, he's winning.
Yeah.
I'm always a winner, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But like, why would there be more pressure on them at that point in time than any other point in time to win a game of Test cricket?
I don't know. I really don't know. And like I said, like going back to that Hobart test in like 2016, we were bowled out for like 60 just after lunch day one. That wasn't a reverse swing.
No, there
We
were
just- we
two
just-
run outs and
Well, yeah, Fergus
nicks,
ran
mate.
and like Philander was just bowling these little nibbly little outswings. We just kept.
How good
nicking
was
him.
that? Yeah.
He is unbelievable too. I like. Can we just throw that in there? How good Vernon Philander is.
Yeah, he was like
Is
just
or
running
was? Is he
in
still
bowling
playing?
in like 115 k's an hour, hooping him.
Yeah, we just kept like
So
kicking
good.
him and nicking him. It's the best. But I don't know. It can't be good for like Australian cricket at the moment is in a real like touchy space. Like this can't be good.
And Mitch,
Get it?
Mitch also sent me some. Skin also sent me some screenshot. Same person.
Yeah. Mitchell as well.
That's me. For the first
Mitchell,
time,
Mitch or Skin is the same person. And you sent me some screenshots during the week about like just we used to do like the social sin bin. Remember about how?
What do you mean you
We
used to?
used
It's
to. We
just
still do.
Oh, we
It's just-
don't. Sorry, we
it's
haven't done
rotation.
it for a while.
It's been a little while, but it's
been out of rotation.
It's an active segment. That's fine. But
Needs a new jingle, probably.
yeah, probably. I'm
sure it'll come back.
It'll get reworked.
No.
But yeah, anyways, that was sort of what made me laugh. I think it was like Fox Cricket or someone posted that big photo with the quote from Warner's manager, and then reading through the comments, just how many people like read the quote and couldn't read the little subtitle that says this is David Warner's manager. And they're just all hosing David Warner for coming out and saying, why would you say this now? I was like, he didn't say it.
Yeah. He's his manager.
But yeah, anyways, there were so many
Warner
of those.
should probably just concentrate on getting some runs. I'm like, well, I'm sure he probably is trying to do that.
Yeah.
That's why I never understand with that. So I'll concentrate on getting zero. I was like, what do you think he's doing?
Oh, shit, I lost concentration again.
I thought I'd fucking bowl this test match. Fucking idiot.
Jeez, my left arm off is just coming out. That's tiny.
Like, I can't wait to take all these slips catches. Fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing how these stories always come out when the player is struggling. Wonder if Warner scored 100 with this story coming out. I mean, yeah, I think it's got more to do with
the leadership thing.
Yeah, exactly. The whole leadership thing than his form, I would say. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I got a good chuckle out of that.
Yeah, they are peeled. I think it's probably fair that the wicketkeeper probably didn't know though, because I know personally as a wicketkeeper, I just catch the ball and throw it.
Oh,
And
I was going to say because you spilt the most of the time.
I dropped it on the ground. I'm like, oh shit,
No, did it.
roughed it up,
Big enough.
yeah. But I would literally catch it, throw it to someone else, and then I'm the first person to yell at people and go, look after the ball. Yeah.
Did you throw it to a
Bit on,
batter?
bit off.
Did you throw it
That's
to
what
a
it
batter or a bowler? Because this is my
probably
pet
threw it to a
hate.
batter.
Because batters seem to think, oh yeah, this is how you look after balls. You wouldn't know. You couldn't fucking roll a hoop down a hill.
Well, as a batsman, not a great one, but I
So, you got fucking 60 last week, yeah?
Oh, yeah,
You're
great
literally
point.
coming
Oh,
off
yeah.
60 and 37.
Yeah, I'm
Two of
back.
the better scores you've got.
Averaging a whopping 24
Did you
this
get any
season.
runs yesterday?
No, we fielded.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah,
It is part of the game.
yeah, it's inevitable.
not the
It
fun
does
part.
suck, I agree. But what the hell was I going to say? Yeah, I have no idea how to shine a ball, but just no one else shines the ball in our team, so I end up
Let the bowlers do
doing
it. I know
you
they're sweaty, but they're the ones using it. So okay, I know what I need to do to get this to do something. And then some batter will put fucking sunscreen on the seam, so you end up bowling beamers.
That's probably not the best. But, yeah.
All right, Skin, Goaty, Mikus as well. Still here. Still off mute. I want to talk about the dumbest questions you've ever been asked. You don't have to, nothing has to spring to mind now. You've got some time to think it over. The reason I started thinking about this, and we have actually asked the Chockies on Instagram about it, Jacinda Ardern, who's the New Zealand Prime Minister, I'm right in saying, Anna, was asked a question that was a stinker. There's no other way to describe it. It sucked.
For context, she was meeting with the Prime Minister of Finland, I believe.
Great context. Have you got anything else to add before I play it?
No, I couldn't even tell you the name of the Prime Minister of Finland, but
Can you use the capital city of Finland?
no.
We do know the Prime Minister was Finnish, though, that she was meeting with.
I thought you just started a press conference.
I've literally set that up. That's so good. Oh, I couldn't have worked any better. Sometimes, I mean, we don't practice this stuff.
It's a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I've got the quote. So this is the question that they were asked during the press conference.
You know, you're similar in age and, you know, got a lot of, you know, common stuff there, you know, when you got into politics and stuff. Or can Kiwis actually expect to see more deals between our two countries down the line? Because
my first question is, I wonder whether or not anyone ever asked Barack Obama and John Key if they met because they were of similar age. We, of course, have a higher proportion of men in politics. It's reality. Because two women meet, it's not simply because of their gender.
I would like to know.
It's a great answer,
It's
isn't
a
it?
great answer. Well, my first part is first part of the quote was, a lot of people will be wondering, are you two meeting just because you're similar in age? Who's wondering that?
Stop speaking on our behalf. No, we're not.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
No one else cares, mate.
I would like him to not be inclusive of me in that sentence. Sure, what are you talking about? And then his other part was, and all that, or you've got some common stuff.
What's happened? He's panicked.
He's
there.
panicked.
Yeah. You got some common stuff like the age when you got into politics. No one cares about that either.
Yeah. Hey, and you guys have both got ears. Oh shit, what am I doing? Anyway, I just remember looking at that. It's a fantastic answer for a horrifically stupid question. Press conferences often bring out just dumb questions.
Well, it's normally from the answers as well. Like normally some stinker answers in press conferences as well. But that is one of the great questions of all time. And by great, I mean fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Which are synonyms.
Wait, couldn't be more opposite. Wait, what do you mean from the answers? What terrible answers?
I just find press conferences, I think I was speaking to Goaty about this. Press conferences in general, sometimes it's a waste of time. Like in tennis, they'd be like, oh, you've got this opponent next. What do you think of him? Like, oh, he's a good player. Yeah, I'll probably have to be at my best. I'm like, oh, great.
Great, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I know. I really need to know that. That was awesome. Yeah. Oh, no, he's got a good forehand, does he? Oh, that's awesome.
Professional tennis players, probably all right at it.
Yeah.
But just press conferences and like even, I don't know, they become so mundane. Everyone asks the same questions to get the same answers. At least he asked a different question. Just it sucks.
Just it sucks.
Appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Poor execution.
Pour it into another stream.
trying.
Maybe like Finland's got the best education system on the planet. Maybe in that sort of stream, not about asking about if they share handbags or like when they're getting their nails done together or something ridiculous like that.
No dust.
So does anything spring to mind for worst questions you've been asked? Skin, you've got a story that backs onto this already?
Not a personal one. No. Just researching that, it became obvious that Jacinda Ardern's been on the receiving end of that sort of line of questioning for a long time, which is pretty dust. I think someone asked her, "When's your baby due?" So we can work back to the date of conception.
No, they didn't.
So, a reporter literally asked her that. Yeah, which is as dust as they get. And then someone
to be
else.
fair, your mate over here asked if Yana still had her child.
That was poor.
Just as incompetent. Probably
No, I think that was more from
slightly less creepy.
Yeah, but that's more from an incompetence level rather than from a overarching sexism issue.
Yeah, that was actually very similar to that guy saying common stuff. I was finding words to fill gaps.
Yeah. So
what am I saying?
You still have the what's something? Baby.
Car, house, baby.
Yeah. And then another bloke insisted that like women should have to declare if they're like when they want to fall pregnant when they're applying for a job, like because their employer needs to know that. Which he had another brilliant response for, which was pretty much just like no. Yeah. Anyways,
no one asked those questions.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was great.
Well,
but the Chockies have sent in a few, haven't they?
Yeah, I asked the Chockies just the dumb. It doesn't have to be at a press conference. I don't know how many of the Chockies are getting interviewed at press conferences, but plenty are getting asked.
That'll be us soon.
Exactly. Plenty will.
By soon, you mean in the next 4 decades?
We'll be late to it.
We've started setting up for it now. But some of the responses from the chockies just about general worst questions they've been asked. A lot of people said this one. I was like, yep, good. That's excellent. I read that 6 times, so thank you for that. Worst question asked, and it was a doozy. This one comes in from Andrew. It's quite long. And the
Says the question.
Yeah, nice. When I was a young rooster, I was playing footy in the backyard with my brother, skinned him on the outside with a filthy goose step and unbridled pace. I just love that sentence. I didn't read the rest.
Yeah, no. I felt really good when I wrote it in.
In the process of scoring, I dove into the in goal that I didn't see a thick piece of rusty steel in the grass. The point of it went directly into my left knee, smashed it to pieces, exposed kneecap and tendons, the works, an absolute scene of violence. Needless to say, I was in strife. We raced up to the hospital. Nurses pumped me full of morphine and it got me prepped to go into the operating theatre. And old mate, the surgeon, swans in and asked, "So Andrew, which knee are we operating on?"
Worth double checking.
Yeah. The nurses and I all looked at each other as if to say, "Well, take a guess, fuckwit."
Probably one where my kneecap's attached to my toe.
So they were pissing out blood.
Yeah. He says, "Love your work, boys. Be good. If not, be good at it." Thank
good.
you.
Excellent.
Matt then said, "I was working in India and once asked by a shop attendant if I was Glenn Maxwell. That question was not bad, but the follow-up question when I said no was, 'Are you sure?'" Yeah, pretty sure, mate. Sarah and others, actually, there was a lot of when's the baby due whilst not being pregnant. One person wrote in that she'd been asked, "When's the baby due?" And she said, "I'm not pregnant. I just love donuts, you idiot." I'm like, okay, excellent. Someone else got asked, "Have you always been a triplet?" Which is like, when you're a triplet, yes, probably.
Yes, it's kind of from birth, isn't it?
Yeah. By my dad from Evan, "Where are my sunglasses?" He was wearing them. I love that. That's excellent.
I would do that to Weeze all the time.
I like this one because as a Rebel Sports Employee of the Year 2012, we always used to get asked, "Are you open?" when the doors were very closed. Like there was one occasion in West Lakes in Adelaide where a lady came and rolled up the door and asked, "Are you open?" We're like, well, now
I would have thought so. Are you trying to park your car in here, are you? Well, remember that happened to us when we filmed Last Christmas at Range, remember? Like we were sitting there like, it's open for the three of us and like these people just start knocking on the door going, "Are you guys open?" So, not really. All the lights are off, you idiot.
It's dark.
So it's like their opening hours are on Google.
Yeah,
Like
just like on the front door saying closed. "Are you guys open?"
Yeah. So, and I used to get asked all the time, "Is this the best price you can do in retail as well?" I was like, "Yeah, just let me check." Run out the back, have a drink of water. Nah, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that recommended retail price is like.
Yeah, no, that is it. And then last one from Tim Mull at the bottle shop. Instead of asking me for ID, just ask how old I was. What?
17. Oh, I mean 19.
There's genuinely no point. All right, Cody, what do you got? Oh, we're back with it. Oh, my gosh. I still haven't put a tweet
Yeah, put
down.
tweet of the week.
That's all right. That's why that's all right.
That's why it's fun.
Yeah, I'm just going to find it.
So you're in for a tweet is
And the
this
tweet as well.
segment. And it says Mitch is doing it. I assume he's probably not.
I'm not.
No, it'd be Cody.
Yeah.
Skin's not doing it. Cody is.
All right. And this is more of a talking point tweet as well. And this is from Money Connellan. All righty. Australia needs a referendum on beer sizes, a national standard, if you will. I vote for the schooner. A pint is too much and a midi/pot is too small. Thoughts?
Great talking point. So do we do pots in Queensland?
We do pots. So pots 285 mil and then a schooner's 425 mil and then a pint's 563 mil, I think. That's no research.
I think the schooners are the best size.
I think schooners are the best size too.
No, couldn't disagree more.
What do you think?
I'm never not ordering a pint. Why? How
Really?
is a pint too much beer?
Because it goes warmer.
No. It's, mate, how much do you pay for a schooner?
I don't know. I just tap my card or pay in cash, whatever.
That's
All
a great
right,
pint you're making here, Skin.
It's cheaper to buy a pint of beer.
Yeah. Have you been smoking pot? Do one with
Dollars
really hard.
Skin.
Dollars per
We're going
mil.
to have to talk
Dollars
about the
per-
schooner or later, Skin.
Shucks. Dollars per mil, pints are surely in the lead every time.
Dollars per
And
what?
also you can get rid of pots completely. No one's buying a pot of beer.
Okay.
No, see, okay, all right. I'll throw pot in there if you buy a jug because a jug is 4 pots.
Okay.
Is it really?
Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you buy a jug, like the 4 of us went and had a beer, like if you bought a jug, you get 4 pots out of it.
Do you like getting jugs And I do mean beers, obviously.
Beers, obviously.
Do you like getting jugs of beer, like when you go with a group? So say us for the four of us, we should go for beer after this.
I think it's if it's 4, I reckon 4 individual beers is fine. If you're in a group of like 10, so I'll just go get 3 jugs.
Okay, nice.
Something like, you know what I mean? And that way you're not going, oh, can I get 3 Stone and Woods, 2 Carlton Mid? Just get a jug of Pale Ale, jug of Great Northern, whatever. I think that's the best way to do jug, I reckon.
Nice.
I still think jugs are appropriate for 4 people. It's just $1 per mil. You get more than double a pint.
You need to stop thinking about it. Think
more
about
than double a pint, and you only pay an extra like $6.
Yeah, but you're not thinking the enjoyment of the beer.
I enjoy
you need
all
to change
beer.
your attitude, Skin, to
There's no not enjoying it.
Did you miss my joke?
Yeah, I completely missed it. I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
I'll keep driving. Just let me play my
Wrap
role.
it up, driver.
Yep. We'll be driving, that is for sure. On our meeting, quickly. You know how we do joke of the day? Could we do jug of the day, where we just try a different beer?
If you pay for it, absolutely.
No, well, we're not doing
What
it.
happened?
Cancelled.
We don't have a jug.
Segment cancelled.
Also, we don't have a beer tap.
Yet. That's a sponsor idea. We should probably try and get one of those ones, like an individual beer tap, I reckon.
What, instead of your kitchen sink?
No, but you can buy those like kegs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a great
That
shit.
might be one for our bloody.
But if we tried to do jug of the day at
organised
the
for
moment,
us.
we just have to pour 4 cans into it. To defeat the purpose of buying it. Well, yeah, $1 per mil.
Enough
It's
of
not
that
great, but
glass half empty.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Anyway, stay tuned. I guess we'll
keep
solve
driving
that
us.
in the coming weeks.
Yeah, we will, absolutely. Cody, before we go, do you want to tell everyone your bamboo joke?
Not really.
Please
Tell it.
please.
There's bamboo behind me.
What did the panda say when he popped out from behind the shed or something? Bamboo.
Or something. No.
Oh, fuck me, Dad. This has been a long day already.
It was creative, though.
Yeah, it was creative. I know we've been here for 3 hours. We've finally finished one of our eps anyway. That's good.
Yeah, well, not yet. I've just got just got to wrap it up.
Keep working with us.
Rightio, that's another week of the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew and get around us on the socials or at the website.
Yep. Socials are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. Should just be We Got The Chocolates on all of those. The website's wegotthechocolates.com.au. And if you have anything podcast specific, you can always go to our email, hello@wegotthechocolates.com.au.
All right, another rating and review will do us good too. 5 stars, obviously.
I'd love to get to 1,000 ratings on Spotify. We're
Yeah, what
currently
are we
on
up to?
884.
884. We'll give you a prize if you're the 1,000th rater. Can't promise that. Prize not included.
Massive asterisks.
Glad you said asterisks.
Have I pronounced that right?
That was perfect.
That's good.
Okay. Back yourself, Skinny. You need to be more confident, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Also, we do sometimes do these little things that I call commenty meetings, which is when we like write back to comments and messages and stuff. So if you get like a response, by the way, if you're listening and you get a response from us from a message you sent like 8 months previously, that's why. We sometimes try and go back and get through them.
More often than not, they're Lee, but if it's one of the others, we'll actually say it's us.
Yeah.
That's probably Lee or Mick.
Yeah. Could be Miggers. He loved it. Anyway, a massive thank you to listening to the podcast. We love making this. We're very glad that you do listen. Do us a favour and tell one of your friends this week about the podcast, or certainly that you listen to it at the very least. And if you're out having a good time with your mates, getting a couple of schooners, pints or jugs. What was the other option?
Not pots.
Pots. Oh, no, we hate pots, don't we? No, we don't mind pots. We never really established.
We still disagree. Jury's out.
We prefer pans, obviously. Anyway, you are absolutely getting the chocolates if you're doing that. We'll speak to you this time again next week. And as always, good luck in the future. And that stumps.
Well, that's the podcast. So what the hell are you still doing here? Go and get the chocolates, you marvelous beast.